Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today we're on the Black Scrab quest line, and this is the last part of the green quest line. We're here with PCP, who's going to be our Scrab Lord. It's actually really hard, and I haven't really found many videos explaining how to do this. So once you start to do it, you sort of have an RP walk here, and I'm capturing that just to show you that. If you're not interested in RP and you want to see the actual encounter in the fight part, there's a lot of ghosts that you have to kill, and it can be quite tricky. I 100% will sort of explain it and describe it when we get there, but until that point, we just have this RP. So that'll be about 5 or so minutes in, and I would wait until I would skip there if you don't care about the RP. And the fight itself took us about 7 minutes, killing Arrhenius and all the nightmares that spawned. But anyways, this is pretty hard to do, so that's what I want to cover. So we're just going to sort of be doing the lore part here. He's going to walk up to this platform and begin summoning him. It's actually really cool sort of events that you see. A few things to note as far as the strategy goes. We have everyone in the inn, and we have it split amongst our ranged DPS and our tanks and such. So I think that'll be really awesome. But we're here, right here. This is where we're going to see a lot of the RP happening, and then we're going to see Arrhenius spawn right up there, and then we will have to kill him. A part of this fight is you win once he gets to 20%. You have two phases. You have the ad phase, and the ads will hurt a lot. They do a 180-degree Shadow Bolt cone, and that actually really does a lot of damage. And every time that one person dies on the fight, you're going to be... you make the ghosts stronger every single time, which can be really bad. So as you see, he's summoning him. You'll see the guy appear right there, and bam, there he is. Big, scary green dragon. He's trying to eat Malfurion and sort of corrupt everything. I think it's pretty awesome. You know, just sort of good lore stuff. But anyway, back to the encounter. And so what you're going to see here in a moment is I'm going to be LOSing, and we're going to be focusing down one shadow at a time. Focus the bigger shadows, and be careful about the shadow bolts. Those things will clap you, and it's kind of... yeah, it can be really bad. We wiped a few times before we realized it was a 180-degree cone. So we weren't turning them around, so we were all just getting clapped by all the shadow bolts, and it was just too much for us to handle. But, you know, we have it all together now, and that's what we should be able to show. When you get to the dragon, he cannot be taunted. That is super huge. And what we did is we had our ranged sort of sit behind this tree and LOS it, and then we went over to there to sort of fight it. Wow, that was actually cool. We had a audible roar there, if you heard that. Alright, so now we are running to get to the cover, and this is what's going to spawn all of these shadows. So, super important. This is where it actually matters. Once he gets in here, it's going to begin. So we're going to actually rebuff ourselves because my buffs are running low. But this is where we position our mages and range. Now we're going to see shadows spawn over here, back there, and right here on us. We have our group kill these, and then after that, the tanks just have them, they turn them in that gateway and sort of fight it. I think this is the best strategy because you are focused, set up, and it protects everyone. So here so these ads fear, that's a big thing. They just sort of fear every 2 seconds. They can just do that on you. It's dispellable. You can use shamans with your totems if you desire. There's just a lot of stuff you can do for that. But it's sort of just killing kill targets and making sure that we do not get hit by a lot of these AoE shadow bolts or die. Having people die on this is really bad. So now that we got that initial wave done, now we're just sitting out here sort of focusing on them. As you can see, those were the shadow bolts just hitting us because we're not entirely positioning them how they need to be. But someone's marking skull target, so focus them one at a time, and it can get pretty hectic, and you take a lot of raid damage, as you can see. So we lost one person now, so that sucks because every one of these mobs gets stronger because of that. You cannot let Romulus die, and you cannot let your main tank, the person on the quest, die. So for us, that's PCP. There's something that causes them to evade, honestly, right there. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but it does allow for some downtimes. It's happened to us a few times. It hasn't happened a few times. I really don't know. But it makes it super easy when that happens because it's just sort of a soft reset that gives everyone the opportunity to get their stuff together and make sure that they can sort of relax, get some mana, and make sure you do this nice and easy. Now, something I wanted to try was sort of like throw thorn saplings and the stuff from Dire Maul East, just throwing them out there and sort of seeing if they taunt them and stop that from happening. But as you can see, the Keeper is sort of fighting them. I believe the group made the call to send our people out there, but that's pretty much it for the fight and how you can sort of do it nice and easy. Just be careful, especially if you're squishy. Like, you don't have to go out there and sort of take the hits if you don't want to. It's not the end of the world. You just got to watch out for all those shadow bolts, because if they just all hit you over and over again, you can die really freaking quickly. And so what we want to do is sort of focus the bigger they are, the quicker they have to die. Otherwise, they're going to hit really, really hard. So I'm going to blow my cooldowns right here and try to nuke the big ones down. If they kill the guards, they get bigger too. Well, that's something we just found out, and that's what those were sort of doing out there, is fighting the guards and killing them. We're sitting here as ranged right by the gate, so that way we can retreat and get it back inside if needed. I would not recommend AoEing too much because you risk sort of fighting it all and causing a lot of your people to die. I did a little flame strike right there just because we're towards the end and we could afford to do that. So now this is phase 2. This is where the dragon comes down. So what we're going to do is eat and drink right here because we've dropped combat. We need to be careful for his breath. So he has a breath and he has that shadow bolt volley, both of which can be really, really intense if you're not prepared. And you cannot taunt him. So the person needs to have a lot of threat on him, whoever's tanking it, and just make sure that they do not die. I'm just sort of waiting here to get a heal. We're kind of all in a bit of a, because he hit us, we had to have our spells on cooldown, so it's just sort of trying to get everyone to reset here and get a heal on us. Hopefully we won't die here. We seem to have it, and we're stabilizing, so that's really good. But yeah, it's going pretty well. But that's all the mechanics he does. He has that breath, and which is on you. Your spells have a really long cooldown, as you saw with my Scorch and everything that I used there. But after that, it's pretty simple. If it's that transition part, like we almost wiped there on that transition. So you got to be super cautious of that and make sure that everyone's getting healed, and you play that as careful as you can. But the biggest thing I've learned is slow and steady for this, guys. And a huge thing, if you have a bunch of fire mages, be careful. If you get that massive ignite stack, due to the mage changes, you probably won't. But at 20%, he becomes neutral. You can kill him with your bleeds. So around 20%, which is where we're at here, just stop attacking because he can die. So there we go. Bam. That's it. We did the fight. It's completed. And now the dragon goes to sleepy. It feels really awesome to complete that. We wiped 3 times doing it the first time for Nidus earlier today. Just a lot of people who didn't know what was up or anything like that. But there is the guy that we saved. So it's really cool that you sort of get to save them and can really, you know, have a little lore stuff like that. But Malfurion, Cenarius, Ysera, they still fight. They need me. I must return to the dream at once. Ah. So we saved that guy, and now he's already ready to go. Alrighty, there's a little lore bit for you guys. And so now PCP turned in the quest, and he got his next part done. And that's what you do for the green shard, guys. The next thing we're doing is we are headed to the blue shard, which will be Maz, who's in the middle of Ashara. So that was just super cool and awesome to see, and we will sort of be done and head to our next part. I hope this video helped you guys. You know, I just wanted to share everything we learned. Shout out to Onslaught. They actually gave me a lot of tips and tricks and insight for how to get that done. They're a guild on my server, so it was really awesome of them to do that. And yeah, so I just wanted to let you know, and yeah, I will get ganked by that rogue. But anyway, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.